I need to keep some wipes over here. Alright. I'm ready. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, but I'm back. I got a new setup, so I'm very excited. And today we're doing a movie review because why not? So let me start by saying I thought of this idea because, like, I love movies. Like, my family, we used to always go to the movies, like, out to the movies or, like, drive-in movies. And we will always talk about them, like, afterwards, like, our takes and, like, you know, what we got from the movie. So, hold on, let me fix this. Oh, but this is so perfect. Maybe I should just back up. Yeah. So we will always go to the movies and stuff and talk about them, and I still, like, to this day, like movies. Like, I'll watch a new movie or something I saw, and, you know, I'll be talking about it. But recently, you know, with the writer's strike and everything that's going on in Hollywood, I feel like a lot of these movies that are out or have been out or, like, shows and stuff are not really that good. So we're going to talk about it. So today's movie is called The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. Now, how I even came across this movie was because, first of all, we had to pay for it. But how I came across this movie was I was on TikTok, and I recently started my TikTok over. So, like, I had a whole new TikTok. So my For You page just be all over the place. Like, it's not the same. So I'll be seeing, like, clips of movies. And I seen a clip. And spoiler alert, y'all, I'm finna spoil this whole movie because I got a lot to say. But when I seen the clip, it was just like the clip of her going back and forth with the teacher about how she feels like death is a disease and that she could cure it, and then the teacher was being racist and da 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 da. So I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be what it was. So when I went to go watch it, y'all, I went to go watch the movie, right? First of all, let's just start off by saying, okay, first, I'm going to give you the deets. So, the movie, my personal rating, I'll give it a 5.3. And I'm going to tell you why. It was released June 2023, and it was directed by Bomani Story. So, let me read y'all the synopsis first. So, the synopsis is, Vicaria is a brilliant teenager who believes death is a disease that can be cured. After the brutal murder of her brother, she embarks on a dangerous journey to bring him back to life. So, obviously, it's a take on Frankenstein, which I didn't know. Like, I didn't read no synopsis. I seen one clip and was like, I'm finna watch this. So, it's a take on Frankenstein, like, just a different take on Frankenstein. So, right out the gate, y'all are recycling an idea for the 100th time in black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all keep recycling these ideas? And then and honestly, I'm not even the type to, like, complain about stuff like that, because sometimes I do like to see different takes on ideas, but this one just wasn't giving. Mind you, the movie rating was super high. Like, the movie rating on, because what did I watch this on? I watched this on Vudu, which I had to pay to rent the movie. So, furthermore, if I'm paying to rent a movie, it better be good. Like, it needs to be. Like, come on. It just makes sense for it to be like that, but I guess not. So this movie rating was actually pretty high. On Rotten Tomatoes, it was 87%, which is high, and 3.5 out of 5 for Vudu, so half, which, that's more than half. But yeah, I think it was a little too high, because, yeah. So, obviously, it's a take on Frankenstein. So it's a little girl, not a little girl, but, like, high school age girl from the hood who, like, her brother dies due to gang violence, and then her whole thing is, like, death is a disease, and I'm going to cure it and basically bring him back to life, right? So I'm like, okay, this is an interesting concept. Like, this is interesting. Like, okay, cool. It starts off with a lot of blood, guts, and gore, which I can stomach for the most part. But the thing about it is, when you make a movie gory, I feel like some people just, I feel like they compare goriness to, like, horror. So, like, because it's supposed to be, like, horror, but it wasn't even like that scary. And then y'all was adding all this gore to it, and y'all was doing too much, because eventually all the gore starts to look the same, and everything, like, as I, like, at first I'm like, okay, I can't look at this, but the more I'm looking, I'm like, okay, that's special effects, that's fake, like, I'm getting used to it. So now I'm just like looking at, like, this is too much, I didn't like it. So yeah, it was very gory. Like, it showed a lot of death. Like, one scene, it literally showed, like, someone leave, like, being what's the word, what can I use, it literally showed somebody being, and it showed, like, their last moments, like, in their eyes, which was hard for me to watch, because who wants to watch that? But I see why they did it, because it was to show, like, this is what she's seeing, and this is why she's thinking of what she thought. So, like, I wasn't mad at it, but I'm just like, dang, like, this is kind of heavy. Which, okay, heavy movies, whatever. So it's very detailed, a lot of gore. I'm reading my notes, y'all. This is my thing. Like, it's a take on Frankenstein from a black girl's perspective. I didn't like it because the writing was all over the place. Like, at first, it's like talking about death and, like, is a disease and her bringing back her brother. And then, mind you, then it's like one little girl character that's just creepy, like, for no reason. Like, she's super smart too, I guess, but she's younger and she's creepy. Like, she's just creepy. Like, just saying, like, words over and over again, yelling them. So it's like, y'all were trying to give her the creepy aspect, but it was just like, why? Like, there's no substance behind why she is the way she is. And I feel like I would have liked a little bit more of a backstory on why she's so smart, because yeah, like, her mom obviously, like, made sure all her kids were smart, and her mom overlooked her being as smart as she was. Like, she kept making her practice the alphabet when she knew the alphabet clearly. But it was just like, what's the reason? Like, I would have liked to know more about the little girl. I don't remember her name, but if you watch the movie, like, you'll see. And then, like, I feel like after that, like, once it introduced the original plot, it just got into some other stuff that had nothing to do. Like, I was just like, what is the correlation? Because when the clip that made me pick the show, I might put the clip in here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But the clip that made me want to even watch the movie was, like, misplaced. Like, I just feel like every movie about black people doesn't have to have the trauma. Like, because the clip was a teacher being racist, like, making her leave the classroom because she was arguing about her theory. I feel like everything doesn't have to be, like, traumatic. Like, if it's gonna be a take on Frankenstein, make it a take on Frankenstein. Why do you have to make it so black? Like, just make the characters black. You don't have to make the whole plot, the whole writing black. Like, it was just too much. Like, even, like, the neighborhood the girl lived in is supposed to be, like, the hood, right? Like, the projects. And, like, the guy, like, it's so funny, like, because when I watch, I'm like, you cannot be serious. Like, I haven't seen nothing like this in a while. But it's like she lives in the projects, and then there's a gang or whatever that her brother was a part of that ended up killing him. Or not killing him, but getting him killed because he, was sent out. But they're showing, like, the gang, like, high up, sitting on a couch in the middle of the projects. Like, a red couch. Like, it was just like, come on, y'all. This never happens. Like, this is not how it is. Like, nobody is sitting in the middle of the projects on a turf, like, on some gang stuff no more. Like, it's just, like, come on, y'all. Like, mind you, this was released last year. So it's like, where did y'all even get this idea that this was, like, it was giving black mobster. But then you had a whole crack, like, it was just stupid to me. I just didn't understand it. But, I mean, I did like the dude character. Like, I liked his character. He ended up being cool, but it was just like, y'all really tried to push the stereotypes on certain, like, things in the hood with black people or minorities and stuff, and I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, y'all was like y'all was going, and then y'all missed the mark. Y'all took a sharp left and missed the mark, because why did y'all do that? Like, and then, like, I just feel like it was no, like, character development, because first of all, the whole movie, the girl is trying to cure death, right? So you're bringing back your brother. Mind you, at first they were saying she's the body snatcher. She was taking bodies to, I guess, study mind you, they never clarified this, so I'm assuming that she was taking them to study death and to see, like, but when she ended up bringing her brother back, her brother was like I guess pulled apart and put back together and then brought back to life. So obviously he was messed up. But what I didn't understand is, if you're taking bodies, right, that's not your brother, to study and study death and stuff, why is your brother taken apart? Unless his death was just that gory, which, ooh, that scared me. Which they're not showing, like, they're not specifying, like, how he died. Like, they're just saying he died from gang violence, which is like, okay, gang violence is gunshot wounds. What I'm thinking is like wounds and stuff like that. But it was like his whole body had been taken apart and put back together. Like, he was a monster. So I'm just like, how did this happen? Like, I don't understand. What is the logic? Like, you're supposed to be a smart scientist, but you took apart his whole, like, I don't understand. Like, I was confused about that logic. So I was just like, okay, like, it was a lot of questions. I'm telling you, I had a lot of questions about, as I watched the movie, like, this doesn't make sense. If she's this smart, why would she do all of that? Like, it doesn't make sense. And so when she started out, like, when he brought her back to life, she realized, like, everybody else was thinking he was a monster. She was scared of him, running from him. He was just trying to come back to life. She's, like, running from him. And I'm sorry, like, it's not funny. Like, when you watching it, you just see, like, it gets funnier because it's like, all right, y'all is really doing the most. Like, it just don't make sense. So, but this is my thing at the end. Once she, like, decides that she's gonna, like, just take him out the game because he's not the same person that he was, the little girl, like, mind you, the dude then went around and killed everybody. Like, the monster she created then went around and took out the little girl whole family and her dad and the girl's dad, like, their dad or whatever. Took everybody out. Took out the gangs, like, everything. So I'm like, okay. And then she finally takes him out. And then the little girl's like, well, you could bring my family back to life. Like, you did it. Look, you could do it. Mind you, obviously, they're using electricity. So you took a body all the way apart to put it back together to use electricity to bring it alive. Like, it don't make sense to me. But she's like, you can bring it back to life. You good? Like, we can do this. And, she's like, no, bro, I can't. Da, 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 da. And that's when she finds out, like, the girl's whole family was gone. And she was like, and then it's like the little girl's like, they were just here. They were just here. They were just here. And she's like, they were just here. And she's like, they still fresh, and brings them back to life, and it actually works. So my thing is, what did you learn? What was the lesson? There was no lesson. There was no, what's the word? I can't even think of it right now. But there was no lesson in what she did. She literally just cured death. Like, evidently, she just did what her theory was the whole time, but she had to do it fast. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, where was the character development? Like, okay. Like, after the end of the movie, I'm just like, okay. So she's just gonna bring everybody back to life now? Like, it just wasn't satisfying. It wasn't satisfying enough for me. That's the word. Also, with the brother, like, when he was brought back to life, what irritated me too was you can barely make out his face throughout the whole thing, obviously, because he's a monster. You got a hood on. All you can see is, like, his locks and stuff. And when they finally do show his face, bro, the special effects makeup was so extra, bro. Like, it was like face was like drooping, like, low-key, but it didn't make, like, I just didn't understand why she sewed him up so badly. Like, the special effects, like, I just feel like y'all did too much. Like, y'all could have just kept his face hidden the whole time, because it wasn't all that. Like, it was weird. Like, it didn't even look like, I don't know. Like, I guess maybe that's what they was going for, but I wasn't feeling it. I'm like, they could have made him look a little bit more, like, realistic to what he would look like if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, they literally made him look crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a special effects makeup artist, but I just feel like y'all could have did better, me personally. And I just feel like the whole movie, like, it was just too many ideas and plots that weren't followed through on. Like, for example, I was just confused. And I feel like if you saw the clip that I saw and that is what made you want to watch, you might as well not even watch it, because that's not even what it's about. Like, I wasn't expecting Frankenstein. Like, I was expecting the clip. So, like, when I saw Frankenstein, I was confused. I'm like, how did this clip get in here? Like, how did this get in here? I don't understand. Who told y'all to put this in here? Like, I don't understand. Like, it was just not, it wasn't all that. But yeah, that's all my thoughts and opinions on this movie. I wish that y'all could stop recycling these ideas. I think y'all need to pay them writers, because, like, all in all, this movie, it wasn't, like, as good as I hoped it would be, but I see what y'all were trying to do. Like, I saw the vision, but y'all didn't really follow through, like, all the way. And so that's why I'm like, y'all need to pay y'all writers fairly. Pay them good. Matter of fact, not fairly, pay them good, so we can get something fresh and new, because I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to, every time y'all put black people in a role, y'all add trauma to it, or y'all stereotype it. Like, can we just have some range? Like, can we just have some range? Because I'm over it. Like, it was just, it wasn't it. So, like I said, my overall rating is 5.3, 5.4, because I see the vision. The gore was cool until it wasn't. The plot was, like, all over the place. It was just too much. Like, it was too much and not enough at the same time. And so hopefully, the next movie I watch, I'll let y'all know. I'm actually about to watch X-Men, like, the whole series, because I've never seen X-Men. Don't crucify me. I do want to watch X-Men. Like, I've been wanting to see it, but the problem is you cannot find X-Men, like, anywhere. Like, you can't find all the videos anywhere unless you pay for them. So I was like, shoot, I'm about to pay. Like, I want to watch X-Men, and I want to see what all the hype is about, because I would love to, like, give my input on, like, that series, because I've heard so much good stuff about it, but I've never actually seen all the movies to know exactly what be going on. So I'm gonna let y'all know. But thanks for watching. This was my first movie review. I love movies, so I would love to give my reviews on more movies. Like, when I saw Nope, Nope was good. Like, anything Jordan Peele does, anything he touches is freaking gold. Like, I can't even complain. Candyman, like, I love, like, I'm not gonna say I love scary movies, but, like, if it's a good scary movie and it has a good plot and a good, like, like, follow through, it's not just scare, I can get with it. Like, I can get behind it. And so, if y'all have any ideas of, like, some movies that I should watch and review, let me know. But like I said, I'm gonna get on X-Men. I don't know if I should review X-Men, like, movie by movie, and then do it as a whole, like, group, because they got, like, 11 movies, y'all. They got, like, 11, and I don't know how long the movies is, like, child. But I'll let y'all know. But yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias. I just changed my Instagram name again, but it's easy. It's Naya Athena. That's it. That's all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.